So, did you know that statistically, Stormtroopers have one of the worst hit rates in all of movie history? I mean, in fact, some fans estimate that Stormtroopers only hit 10% of their targets, and I personally, from my experience, think it's lower. And yet, they remain some of the most iconic soldiers just ever put on screen. And I've always wondered, whenever I've seen Stormtroopers, Scout Troopers, the Snow Trooper on Hoth, what's really going behind those helmets? Because wearing that armor and wearing that black bodysuit that they have, that thermal inclora blah, something suit, I mean, it's gotta be like being on Tatooine all the time, right?
Only Imperial Stormtroopers are so precise.
So, Stormtroopers are known for a couple of things: their fearsome appearance and their terrible aim, and because of that, they've become just the butt of many jokes. Let's just do a quick search on Google, and you'll just find endless memes poking at how useless they are. But my question is, where did this image come from, and is it really fair? Because this stereotype, it wasn't accidental. The original trilogy often used the Stormtroopers as set dressing for action scenes, making them look just ineffective, just to build tension. And this just makes our heroes look like heroes. So what we're left with is just an image of Stormtroopers as the ultimate cannon fodder, but I don't really think that's truly the case. You see, in the Star Wars universe, the Stormtroopers are the successors of the Clone Troopers, who were genetically engineered soldiers created for the Clone Wars. The Clone Troopers were known for their loyalty, precision, and, well, skill in combat, but after the rise of the Empire, the clones were phased out and the Stormtrooper Corps was born. Unlike the Clone Troopers, these soldiers were recruited from across the galaxy. They were ordinary people, not really bred for battle in the same way, and this affected their overall skill and loyalty. And yet, not all portrayals of Stormtroopers show them as incompetent. In Star Wars Rebels and The Mandalorian, even The Force Awakens, as much as I hate that movie, we see glimpses of Stormtroopers with personal struggles, ethical dilemmas, and complex motivations. These characters aren't just the bad guys, but they're often caught in the political machinery of the Empire, doing what they think is right, or in some cases, they're just trying to survive. But why the discrepancy? Why in some scenes are Stormtroopers a formidable threat, and in others they just seem to trip over themselves? And according to George Lucas, Stormtroopers were always meant to be these background soldiers. They weren't supposed to steal the spotlight from the main characters or the heroes, because the heroes needed obstacles to overcome. And in many ways, the Stormtroopers became part of the movie's aesthetic almost. Yet, Star Wars fans have taken this portrayal and, well, y'all ran with it, creating a fan theory that offers new layers of these characters, and some fans believe that the poor aim of Stormtroopers was, well, deliberate, part of a larger Imperial strategy, for example in A New Hope. And when there's just this theory that the Stormtroopers, they just miss on purpose when the heroes escape the Death Star because they were allowed to escape so the Empire could track them. Others speculate that the Stormtroopers' armor, though intimidating, actually limits their mobility and field of vision, contributing to their lack of precision, which we do see Rex in Star Wars Rebels actually complaining about this right after he chucks his helmet and it hits a Stormtrooper in the head. And on top of that, a surprising twist with everything we've talked about today is that while they might appear incompetent, Stormtroopers undergo rigorous training and conditioning. They're drilled to operate as a unit and to follow orders without hesitation and to maintain a high level of just discipline. But there's a tragic part to everything, and that's just that despite all their training, the Empire, they just treat them as completely disposable, sending them into battles with minimal support and often very inadequate gear. And when you really just think about it, the bad aim of Stormtroopers just serves as a subtle reminder of their humanity. The clones had amazing aim. They were clones. They were literally created to have good aim. And these are just soldiers. These Stormtroopers, they're just soldiers in an unforgiving galaxy, trained to fight, but often just sacrificed for the Empire's goals. We have some like Finn in The Force Awakens, who just breaks away free from everything. He just breaks from the conditioning, showing us the resilience of an individual identity within the Imperial machine. So, next time you see a Stormtrooper miss a shot, remember there's more to these soldiers than meets the eye, from elite clones to everyday recruits, from mindless followers to rebels against the system. They represent more than just Imperial pawns. They are complex characters caught in the heart of the galaxy's biggest conflicts, and these Stormtroopers, whilst they might not be the most skilled on the battlefield, they have earned their place as symbols in one of the most influential stories of definitely my childhood and life, and I'm wondering if it's the same for you. Now, I thank you for watching, and what do you think of Stormtroopers now? Have they earned a little more respect, or are they still just the Empire's clumsiest soldiers? Let us please know. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my future video where I will be exploring the legacy of the clone troopers and really just how they set the stage for the Empire's forces. And remember, may the Force be with you. Maybe. Depends if you're from the dark side.